Hey, Little Rock, boy, am I excited. This is time to have our One Rock, One Book. One Rock, One Book. I love the sound of that. One Rock means we're all together and we're all reading one book. Now, I know I got two books, but that's because one book is for our pre-K students, because we never want to forget about pre-K. They're so important, and they're going to read Just Saving My Money. And then our K-5 group, you all are reading and received a book today called Lunch Money. Now, the most awesome thing about this book is, on Lunch Money, is that you're going to learn some things that you're going to enjoy with your family and with your teachers and with each other. In the book, you're going to hear about two people that almost are competing against one another, and things are, tough. But what ends up happening is, as they are doing that, they get caught by the school doing something that's not quite right, and they have to regroup. Sometimes that happens, you have to regroup. But the cool thing is, they work out even a better solution. I can't give the book away totally, but that's kind of where this is going to go. Now, every year that you all have read books, we try to do something that creates this really fun and exciting thing for you to think about as you read your book, so that you can say, whoa, I get to do something really cool. Oh boy, this year, I'm telling you guys, we are going to do the coolest thing. And guess where I'm at right now? I am in a food truck. It's called
Excalibur.
Excalibur. We are in Excalibur's house right here. And can you introduce yourself?
Kyle Founders,
Kyle Founders.
chef and owner of Excalibur.
And what do you do in Excalibur?
As the chef and owner, I do everything.
And but what kind of product do you have?
We have cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers. Man, hey, this guy makes a living off cheeseburgers.
Yeah, the classic all-American cheeseburger. We do one thing and just do a really good job of doing that one thing over and over and over. And that's it.
Now, what's crazy is I bet these students are thinking, why is he talking to Kyle about cheeseburgers? Well, guess what? This is what you guys are going to get to do as a part of reading this book. You all are going to create your own food truck. Okay, your own food truck. Now, could you imagine doing that when you were in elementary?
No.
Wouldn't that be the coolest thing? You create your own food truck. Now, I know I got to tell you a whole bunch of stuff, and Kyle's going to jump in here wherever he wants, but imagine getting to create what you think would be your product that you like. You chose cheeseburgers, right? Why did you choose cheeseburgers?
I love cheeseburgers. Do you love cheeseburgers?
Yeah, there you go. So it could be just about picking a food that you personally love, but you got to pick your product, because that starts your passion, doesn't it?
It does.
What's kind of a next thing you got to decide? It looks like in here we got all sorts of things that you had to determine in terms of the equipment you might need.
Yeah, you gotta cook that cheeseburger.
You got to have a cooked cheeseburger. So you're going to have to, students, not only do you have to pick your product, but then you got to figure out how much it's going to cost for inside your truck to be able to make cheeseburgers or tacos, or maybe you're going to make some sort of dessert product. You have to determine what you're going to need inside your food truck. Now,
But wait, what's the truck gonna look like though?
oh, hey, that's a cool thing too, right? Because you want to make it kind of stick out, don't you?
Yeah.
And what kind of things did you think about with yours? And why did you come up with the name Excalibur?
Because it was fun. If you know the legend of the Excalibur, the sword and the stone, we do cheeseburgers with a bit of a sword coming out of it, and so you have a play on words called a pun in the Excalibur.
There it is. So, you're going to be choosing about, the kind of the theme of your thing. You also have to understand a lot of people worry about nutritional value, don't they?
Yes, sir.
So you kind of got to understand your product that you're choosing to say, here's some of the nutritional content. Then you have to understand, hey, how much does this stuff cost? Because bottom line, you still have to make money, right?
You gotta make more money than you spend.
You gotta make more money than you spend. That's financial literacy. That's what's going to be a part of this too. You're going to make more money you spend, and you're going to create the like we said, the outside of it. You brought up
branding.
The branding. That's just where
What's
I
it
was
gonna
going.
look like?
When you talk about branding, there's kind of an advertising bit too, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? That's what you guys are getting ready to do. Okay, you are getting ready to do this. Now, you're going to be reading this book, and then you're also going to be creating your own food truck. And the coolest thing is, there's going to be winners coming from each school. So the winners from each school, you're going to be recognized at your school. If you win at your school level, now you get to compete against all the schools in this whole district. And if you win that, then you're going to get to go and come with a group of people like Kyle, who we're going to create our own food truck in Little Rock School District. And students, you're going to be the ones that create it. You, students, are going to create the Little Rock School District food truck, which next year would start to come to your elementary schools off and on at different times. How cool is this if you're a kid?
That's too cool.
Wouldn't you think it's kind of cool if you're a parent too?
I'd love to.
I know, parents are like, they're probably going to try to take over. Probably, don't let them do it, kids. You do it, okay? You be the ones that are the creators, the innovators, right? That's what we want.
Yes, sir.
This is cool because there are all sorts of people like Kyle. If you start to pay attention, there's food trucks all over our city, isn't there?
There are.
And a wide array of different types of products that people sell.
And they're all delicious. Most of them. Yes,
some
sir.
of these things we've talked about are really important, aren't they? Hey, one rock, one book. It's coming. You now are going to get to read. I wish I was at every one of your assemblies, but this is the best I could do. Can't wait to hear about everything you're coming up with. When you see me at the mall, grocery store, at one of your schools, please tell me all about what you're doing with this book and with your food truck. If you see Kyle Pounders at Excalibur, he's going to want to hear about it too.
Yeah.
And I actually think if there's a school, just knowing you, Kyle, if they called you and said, hey, we need to have a little technical expertise, I bet you'd step forward, wouldn't you?
Love helping.
And I would imagine there's going to be some other food truck people will do. Hey, one rock, one book, baby. Here it comes. Go get them.